good morning, and welcome to BHC today. I'm Pastor Dave. It's Monday, November the 28th. So glad you joined me for a few minutes. I want to talk about the ministry of inconvenience. The ministry of inconvenience. You know, when something is inconvenient, it requires us to step aside from what our preferences for how we're going to use our time might be. It calls us to step aside possibly from our schedule, maybe an important schedule, or it may simply just be in looking to somebody who has asked us to do something which would be really inconvenient if we do it, but we do it regardless of how inconvenient it might be. The ministry of inconvenience. Last night here at Bellevue Heights Church, it was our party to light up Bellevue Heights Church with all these beautiful displays that God has provided for us. And I asked 4 men if they would be inconvenienced. I didn't say it that way, but I asked 4 men if they would plug the lights in when we had the countdown, and all of them said they would be happy to do so. It wasn't inconvenience. They didn't act inconvenienced. They did it out of their love and their pleasure for knowing that it would provide for us to help me, but it was nevertheless inconvenient for them. They might have probably preferred, they would love to have been outside to see the lights come on and those full splendor of that and the excitement of it, but they chose to be inconvenienced to plug in the lights so that the rest of it could have that joy. There's other things that took place yesterday that reminds me of the ministry of inconvenience. We have had many cookies baked and given to Bellevue Heights Church for the coming events. And when it comes to providing those cookies, to baking those cookies, someone had to make a decision that they would step aside from the normal course of their week, step aside from what they might prefer to do, or maybe the easy chair they'd rather sit in, and go to the kitchen and bake cookies. The ministry of inconvenience. We have others last night and today certainly, and who will work tomorrow. We have those who are stewards of the revenues of Bellevue Heights Church. And so on Saturday, certainly Sunday morning, they go to the giving kiosk, take them, see to it that they get in a safe place. They would prefer to be talking to people, enjoying the company of other people. But the ministry of inconvenience, they choose with their servant's heart, as all of these have, to do that which they have been asked to do, called to do. And we can go on and on in this, but the ministry of inconvenience is really a biblical concept. I relate it to Jesus saying, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. I think of the scripture, his ways will be my ways, his ways are higher than my ways, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. The ministry of inconvenience means that basically we will set aside that which is the most important thing to us at a moment, to provide a service, to provide a joy, to provide a gift for someone else. It may be calling on someone. It may be making a phone call. But I think that by and large, those who follow Jesus do live into that ministry of inconvenience. It's self-denial for sure. And so I encourage you, in this gift-giving, gift-receiving time, recognize the privilege that you and I have of being inconvenienced, of stepping aside from our own priority for a moment, for 5 minutes, for an hour, whatever it might be, to do something that brings pleasure, God's grace to another life, to simply live into that spiritual discipline of denying ourselves, that Jesus Christ will receive honor and glory for how we conduct ourselves, the ministry of inconvenience. As I look around Bellevue Heights Church, I see that ministry taking place many ways, many times over. And so look around and identify, we could call them the heroes of inconvenience. And there are many here at Bellevue Heights Church that step aside from what they might do normally and choose to be servants, choose to live in the inconvenience that comes. Now, I have no doubt that all followers of Christ are, and so I think that covers the majority of us, but there are times that it stands out. So, the ministry of inconvenience, may our lives be filled with His grace and love as we express His joy in how we conduct ourselves, even when we're inconvenienced. Well, have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye now.